Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive.
All right.
This one's for all you Vintage Car Chronicles fans out there.
Right, yeah.
You know, those daily car history doses you get on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, YouTube, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Today we're going to kind of shift gears a bit.
Okay.
Talk about a brand that's all about, like, raw power, but also unexpected twists and turns.
I like that, yeah.
We're talking Gumpert.
Gumpert, oh yeah.
A fascinating story.
It's more than just, another small automaker story.
No, not at all.
It's intertwined with some of the biggest names in the business.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if you're out there and you hear Gumpert and you just think, oh, obscure German sports car.
Right.
Buckle up.
Get ready.
Because things are going to get interesting.
It's a wild ride.
Yeah.
So, Gumpert.
Yeah.
We got to start with the man himself.
Yeah.
Roland Gumpert.
All right.
This wasn't some guy tinkering in his garage.
This was the head of Audi Sport.
Oh, wow.
The engineer behind the Quattro system.
The Quattro system, huh?
That basically rewrote the rule book for rallying in the 80s.
Yeah. I mean, 25 rally wins.
Exactly.
4 championships.
That's dominance.
That's not luck.
No.
That's knowing how to build a machine.
Absolutely.
But then he does something totally unexpected.
Yeah.
Leaves Audi.
At the peak of their rally success.
At the top.
To chase an even bigger dream.
What was the dream?
To build a road car.
Okay.
With that same level of pure, unfiltered performance.
So not about comfort.
No.
Luxury, any of that.
Pure speed, handling.
Track focus.
But still street legal.
Wow.
And that's how Gumpert Sportwagenmanufaktur was born.
That's quite a mouthful.
It is.
And their first car was a statement.
Oh, yeah.
The Gumpert Apollo launched in 2005. Looked like
like a...
I don't even know it.
Yeah.
Stealth fighter. Crossed with a race car.
I can see that.
Those angles, that wing, gullwing doors.
Unmistakable.
Yeah, you couldn't mistake it for anything else.
Nope.
So designed by Marco Veneta.
Marco Veneta, yeah.
And it wasn't just about looks.
Function first.
Really?
Every element had a purpose.
Okay.
Cheating the wind, sticking to the road.
I remember reading they claimed it had enough downforce to drive upside down.
In a tunnel, yeah.
Has anyone tried that?
Probably.
Probably not a good idea.
Probably not, but this shows their mindset, right?
Oh, yeah.
Pushing limits.
Absolutely.
Obsession with that race car performance.
They wanted to blur the lines.
And the materials.
Top shelf.
Carbon fiber, Kevlar.
Like bulletproof vest stuff.
Yeah, to keep the weight down.
Every ounce counts.
So what about the engine?
The heart of the beast.
What did they go with?
They went with an Audi-derived V8.
Okay.
But tuned it up.
How much are we talking?
650 to 800 horsepower, depending on the variant.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And that means?
650 to 800 horsepower, depending on the variant.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And that means?
0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 3 seconds.
Under 3 seconds, top speed, over 350 kilometers an hour.
That's moving.
This thing could outrun a Veyron on Top Gear's track.
No way.
Yeah.
So not just a supercar.
Hypercar territory.
And then there's the Nürburgring.
Oh, yeah, the ring.
7 minutes, 11.57 seconds.
Bonkers?
It meant business.
Serious machine.
But this is where things take a turn.
A familiar turn, unfortunately.
Yeah, we've seen this story before.
Building a hypercar is expensive.
It is.
And Gumpert, despite the success, was struggling.
What happened?
The 2008 financial crisis hit the luxury car market hard.
Right.
And Gumpert was hand-building these cars.
Okay.
In very limited numbers.
So not a lot of sales volume.
Not enough to stay afloat.
And in 2013...
Bankruptcy.
It's tough.
Seemed like the end of the road.
Yeah.
But the story doesn't end there.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Enter Ideal Team Venture.
Who are they?
A Hong Kong-based investment group.
Right.
Passion for fast cars. And eye for opportunity.
Okay.
They acquire the company in 2016. Give it a new name.
What, like a rebranding?
Apollo Automobil.
Apollo Automobil.
Gumpert's legacy continues.
But with a twist.
With a twist, yeah.
So that same year, they unveiled the Apollo N.
The N?
Kind of hinting at a new design direction.
A little bit sleeker.
But still aggressive?
Oh, yeah, still an Apollo.
So they're evolving the concept.
Refining it.
Okay.
And then in 2017...
2017?
They drop a bombshell.
Oh, tell me more.
The Apollo Intensa Emozione.
Intensa Emozione.
It means intense emotion in Italian.
Okay, fitting.
This thing was on another level.
Really?
We've used words like aggressive and extreme before.
Yeah.
But the IE, it was like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Sci-fi, how so?
Like a car designed by someone obsessed with insects.
Insects.
Yeah, all sharp edges and crazy arrow.
Wild.
And the engine...
What they do?
ditched the turbo V8,
Okay.
went for a naturally aspirated 6.3-liter V12.
A V12, seriously.
A naturally aspirated
In
V12.
an era of turbocharging.
It was a statement.
It definitely was.
780 horsepower.
That's insane.
0 to 100 in 2.7 seconds.
So they actually built this thing.
10 of them.
Dang.
Each with a price tag of 2.3 million euros.
Hypercar territory for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And to make sure it could handle all that power.
They partnered with HWAG.
HWAG? Who are they?
The engineering wizards behind the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR.
The CLK GTR. Wow.
Yeah, serious pedigree.
So we've gone from rally engineering to
audacious supercars.
bankruptcy.
Rebirth.
And now this limited edition V12 hypercar.
That looks like it's from another planet.
It's been a journey.
And it's not over yet.
Wait, there's more?
Oh, yeah. Things get even more interesting.
All right, lay it on me.
Apollo Automobil decides gasoline power isn't enough.
Not even in that extreme form.
Nope.
What, did it go electric?
Even more unexpected.
Okay, now I'm really curious.
They set their sights on fuel cells?
Fuel cells.
Yeah, fuel cells.
Like the technology everyone said was the future, but never really happened.
That fuel cell technology.
Wow, so they're actively researching and developing this.
That's their future sports cars, yeah.
I mean, it's a radical shift.
Definitely raise some eyebrows.
Yeah, from gas-guzzling supercars to...
Fuel cells.
So what, are they trying to be eco-friendly now?
I think it's more about innovation.
Okay.
Pushing boundaries, exploring new possibilities.
That's always been a part of their DNA, though, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, from those lightweight materials to...
the wild designs.
Yeah, that all tracks.
They're not afraid to take risks.
So, fuel cells, huh?
The future? Maybe.
It's a wild story.
And it's still being written.
Before we get into those fuel cell ambitions,
Yeah.
let's go back to the beginning.
Back to the Apollo.
The car that started it all.
Let's break it down.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so rewind back to 2005.
Okay.
The Gumpert Apollo hits the scene.
Yeah.
And this wasn't just another supercar
No.
trying to blend in with the Ferraris and Lambos.
All right.
It had a purpose.
Yeah, it had a very distinct look.
A philosophy.
Yeah, it's like they took the supercar rulebook and just tossed it.
Out the window.
And said, we're doing things our way.
Exactly.
But it wasn't just about being different for the sake of
No,
it.
there was a method to the madness.
So break it down for me.
Okay, so Gumpert's goal.
Yeah.
Simple.
All right.
Build a road car as close to a race car as legally possible.
Okay, so?
Lightweight,
Mm-hmm.
aerodynamics, and power.
Power, yeah.
Raw, unadulterated power.
Okay, so let's talk about those materials.
Yeah.
Carbon fiber, Kevlar.
Right.
But how did that actually translate to performance gains?
Think of it like this.
Okay.
Pushing a shopping cart
Right.
versus pushing a car.
Okay.
The lighter the object,
Yeah.
the easier it is to move to change direction.
Okay.
Now apply that to a supercar.
So the lighter the car,
Yeah.
faster acceleration, braking, cornering.
Are nimble, more responsive.
But there's got to be a trade-off, right?
There is.
I mean, those materials are expensive,
Yeah, carbon fiber doesn't come cheap.
which probably played a part in their later struggles.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
But in terms of performance, essential.
And they didn't just use exotic materials.
Right. It was about how they used them.
Mm-hmm.
The Apollo's chassis,
Yeah.
a masterpiece of engineering.
Tell me more about that.
Carbon fiber, aluminum, high-strength steel,
All mixed together.
all meticulously designed, maximize rigidity, minimize weight.
Like building a race car for the road.
No compromising.
And then the aerodynamics.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty out there, even for a supercar.
It wasn't just about looking sleek.
So those angles, that huge wing,
All had a purpose.
airflow.
Countless hours in wind tunnels,
Really?
computer simulations,
Yeah.
optimized downforce, reduced drag.
Remember that claim about driving upside down?
In a tunnel, yeah.
Might have been a bit of an exaggeration, but it shows the commitment, right?
Oh, yeah. Obsessed with aerodynamics.
So the more downforce, the more planted the car feels.
At high speeds.
Faster cornering,
Absolutely.
which explains that Nürburgring time.
The Apollo is glued to that tarmac.
Let's talk about the engine,
Okay.
the heart of it all.
The Audi-derived V8.
Why a V8?
Why not a V10 or V12?
Yeah, those were becoming pretty popular.
It was about packaging
Packaging.
and weight distribution.
Okay.
A V8 is compact, relatively lightweight, kept the center of gravity low,
So finesse over brute force,
balance, agility.
and that engine, not exactly stock. Right.
Oh, no.
What did they do to it?
Took that 4.2-liter V8 and cranked it up.
How much are we talking?
650 to 800 horsepower, depending on the version.
Twin turbocharger?
Twin turbos. Wow. Upgraded internals, tweaked the engine management.
So it wasn't just peak horsepower.
Yeah.
They wanted power throughout the rev range.
Yeah. Responsive, eager to accelerate.
But all that power needs a transmission that can handle it.
Absolutely.
What do they go with?
6-speed sequential gearbox.
Sequential, like in a race car. Borrowed straight from motorsport.
So, lightning fast gear changes.
No need for a clutch pedal.
All about speed. Efficiency.
Those split-second shifts make a huge difference on the track.
I bet that was a visceral experience.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling those gears slam home.
Pure driving experience.
They really wanted to connect the driver to the machine.
Absolutely.
Didn't they offer a gated shifter, too?
Optional, yeah.
Old school.
Cool. A nod to the classics.
So, cutting-edge tech
Mm-hmm.
mixed with old-school charm.
They wanted it all.
We can't talk about the Apollo without mentioning the design.
Yes. The look.
Let's just say it was polarizing.
Polarizing is one way to put it.
It definitely stood out.
That was the point.
It wasn't just about aesthetics, though, right?
The function over form.
Those sharp angles, the wing.
Cheating the wind, generating downforce.
Making it stick to the road.
Like glue.
You either loved it or hated it.
But you couldn't ignore it.
No, definitely not.
It pushed boundaries.
In terms of...
Design, engineering, a car that dared to be different.
Absolutely.
And it paved the way for even more extreme machines.
It did.
Established Gumpert as a force to be reckoned with.
A real player in the hypercar world.
Okay, so let's fast forward a bit.
All right.
Ideal Team Venture takes over.
New era.
Their first car, the Apollo N.
EN. Yeah.
It hinted at a change, didn't it?
A bit more refined.
Still a Gumpert. Performance-wise,
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
but a smoother design.
A bit more mature.
Maybe even luxurious.
Perhaps.
It's like they were trying to reach a wider audience
Maybe broaden the appeal.
without sacrificing performance.
Of course not.
But you could tell they were holding back.
Saving their best for something special.
And that something special was
The Apollo Intensa Emozione, intense emotion.
really weren't holding back with this one.
Nope, they went all out.
Like cranked everything up to 11.
A hypercar from another planet.
I remember seeing pictures. It was like
Out of this world.
those insect-inspired lines, that massive diffuser,
Functional.
that wing,
Total force.
and then the engine.
Ah, yes.
A naturally aspirated V12.
In a world of turbocharging.
A real
A
statement.
bold choice.
780 horsepower.
Naturally aspirated.
They only built 10.
10 examples.
Multi-million euro price tag.
Exclusivity.
A car designed to assault the senses.
Exhilarating and terrifying.
And they partner with HG&G for this one.
The CLK GTR guys.
Serious engineering.
Top notch.
So the IE was a statement,
A testament to their commitment.
pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely.
And it also served as a platform for their next big thing.
Which was?
Fuel cell technology.
Fuel cells,
A
yeah.
complete 180 for a company known for,
Gas guzzlers.
yeah, those insane supercars.
What prompted the shift?
Good question.
Well, Apollo Automobil.
Yeah.
Always been about innovation.
Right. From the lightweight materials.
The unconventional designs.
So this is just a continuation of that.
Pushing boundaries, exploring new frontiers.
They saw an opportunity with fuel cells.
A new breed of hypercar.
Performance, but with zero emission.
Sustainability.
It was a bold vision.
People were skeptical,
Yeah, I can imagine.
but also excited.
And the Gumpert Nathalie was the embodiment of that vision.
The Nathalie, yeah.
A methanol fuel cell supercar,
Changing the game.
proving that sustainability and performance.
Could go hand in hand.
The Nathalie was a fascinating machine,
Really was.
a showcase of their engineering.
And their commitment.
But before we get into fuel cells,
Mm-hmm.
there's another chapter we need to talk about.
Oh.
Gumpert's foray into endurance racing.
Burdenless racing, huh?
Yeah, not something you'd typically associate with them.
Tell me more.
Endurance racing. Huh?
Yeah, the ultimate test.
Pushing car and driver to the limit.
24 hours of Le Mans, that kind of thing.
Grueling stuff.
It takes a lot.
Preparation, resources, a whole team.
Not for the faint of heart.
So Gumpert,
Mm-hmm.
a relatively small new company,
Right.
decided to jump into that.
Bold move.
What did they race?
They created a hybrid version of the Apollo.
A hybrid.
The Apollo hybrid.
Interesting.
This wasn't just a quick modification.
No.
A complete redesign.
Hey, wow.
Focused on efficiency, aerodynamics, speed.
Hybrid tech in a Gumpert.
Yeah, it seemed a little counterintuitive.
Given their reputation.
For pure performance.
Right. So what was the thinking there?
Well, this was 2008.
Yeah.
Hybrid tech was just starting to gain traction.
In motorsport.
Yeah. Teams were realizing the potential.
Combining combustion engine with electric motor.
Advantages in fuel efficiency, performance.
So Gumpert was trying to stay ahead of the curve.
Experimenting with new technologies.
Gaining experience.
In a highly competitive environment.
So what were the key features of this Apollo hybrid?
Well, it kept that aggressive styling.
Okay.
Lightweight construction.
But under the hood?
Things were different.
How so?
They combined that 4.2-liter V8
Okay.
with an electric motor.
And the total output?
Over 600 horsepower.
Still a beast.
Oh, yeah.
But the real benefits were probably in efficiency and endurance.
Absolutely.
The hybrid system.
Recouping energy during braking.
Which could then be used for
Boosting acceleration or extending the range.
making a big difference in a 24-hour race.
Crucial in endurance racing.
So how did it actually perform?
Its first outing
Yeah.
was the 24 Hours of Nürburgring in 2008,
Okay.
with drivers like Heinz-Harald Frentzen and Dirk Miller.
Wow, some serious talent behind the wheel.
And it showed promise.
Really.
Surprisingly quick, reliable,
So they held their own.
against some more experienced teams
Impressive.
for a company new to endurance racing.
It's too bad their financial troubles ended things.
Yeah, the Apollo Hybrid's racing career was cut short.
It would have been great to see it evolve.
See how it performed in other events?
But still a significant achievement.
It showed their capabilities.
Innovation, adaptation,
Pushing boundaries.
competing at the highest level.
Who knows, maybe we'll see Apollo return to endurance racing one day.
Yeah. Maybe with a hybrid or even a fully electric car.
That would be something.
Okay, so back to fuel cell technology.
Right.
It's a bold move.
Especially for a company known for,
Those gas-guzzling supercars.
like what are the challenges they're facing?
Well, fuel cell technology is still pretty niche.
The infrastructure isn't quite there yet.
Refueling, right?
Exactly.
And the technology itself is complex.
And expensive.
So they're facing some hurdles.
Estimate.
But what about the performance?
Can fuel cells really deliver that Gumpert experience?
That's the question.
Well, fuel cells do have some advantages.
Like,
Zero tailpipe emissions.
okay, good for the environment,
And instant torque.
instant torque. So
Blistering acceleration.
theoretically, it checks a lot of boxes.
On paper, it looks promising.
But what about the feeling?
The emotional side of it.
Can a fuel cell car really excite people the same way?
That's the challenge.
Those screaming V8s, roaring V12s,
Fuel cell cars are inherently quiet.
which is good for the environment.
But it takes away that engine sound.
That visceral experience.
It's a trade-off.
Sustainability versus that emotional connection.
Finding the right balance.
So how are they addressing that with the Gumpert Nathalie?
Well, the Nathalie, it's designed to be a true supercar.
Okay.
Performance figures to rival anything out there.
What kind of numbers are we talking?
Over 300 kilometers per hour top speed.
Wow.
0 to 100 in under 2.5 seconds.
Okay, that's quick.
But the sound, the feel,
The overall experience,
they're focusing on highlighting the strengths of fuel cells.
which are?
That instant torque.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of acceleration.
Not like a gasoline engine.
A silent surge of power.
And without engine noise.
You can focus on other things.
Steering feel, tire grip.
They're also exploring ways to enhance the sound.
Really? How?
Artificial means, maybe?
Okay.
Or amplifying the electric motor sounds?
Interesting.
It's a challenge, but they're up for it.
So they're not just building a fuel cell car.
Nate?
They're building a Gumpert,
Pushing boundaries.
delivering that unique experience.
It's a gamble.
It could pay off big time, though.
It could change the game.
The Nathalie is still in development.
A glimpse into the future.
A future where sustainability and performance coexist.
We'll have to wait and see.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today.
From Roland Gumpert's vision,
To Apollo Automobile and fuel cells.
it's been quite a ride.
Unexpected twists and turns.
Passion, innovation.
The pursuit of excellence.
Gumpert and Apollo Automobile.
They've shown that there's always room for new ideas.
Bold visions.
Challenging the status quo.
It's inspiring,
Absolutely.
whether you're a car enthusiast or not.
It's a story that resonates.
A testament to human ingenuity.
Huge thank you to all our listeners.
Especially those tuning in from Vintage Car Chronicles.
Don't forget, a new episode drops every day.
Packed with more automotive history.
Until next time.
Keep those engines revving.
See ya.